Hello everyone, Interact here, and we're back from Katawa Shoujo. This is going to be an hour special. I'm really sorry about the 20-minute thing. It was kind of pointless, but I had the time to record, so let's not waste anything else and go see what happens. Wait, I think I was okay. Yes, that's right. Pleased to speak to you, Mr. Toe. Oh jeez. Oh no. It's so nice for her to find someone so polite. Lily, dear, it's for you. Oh my. How can we get right off the bat and we're talking to someone's mother? Okay. Well, that's unexpected. Her mother seems nice, if a little over enthusiastic, given the mundane situation. I was gonna say moon. There's a small silence as Lily takes her time getting to the phone. In the distance, I can just make out her mother scolding her playfully for just getting up. Yeah, time difference. Hello, Lily speaking. This is what you get for a freaking time difference. You sound awful. That's a good way to do that. She makes it sound somewhere between a dying animal and a yawn. How do you know what a dying animal sounds like? The one thing I did remember to check before calling was the time zone. It'd be pretty late in the morning over there, so she really has no excuse. Yeah, because you're a punk. You pulled a dick move already. 1 minute in, dick move. Not feeling well? Just tired. What time is it there? Late afternoon. School finished for the day not long ago. Hanako's not well, is she? Oh, come on! Not the music! That was quick. My assumption that she must have known something like this could happen seems to have been on the mark. How did you know? Because today is her birthday. I'd hoped she might have gotten at least a little better after coming to know you. But how is she right now? She missed school today and yesterday. I still have to check up on her today. To be honest, after seeing how she was when I talked to her yesterday, I'm pretty anxious. I really have no idea what to make of it. Has this happened in the past? Is it related to her scarring in some way? Unfortunately, so. Oh, okay. Roughly the same thing happened last year when her birthday came up. Do you guys hear the music? I hear the music. It's like really depressing. As far as I could tell, it's because her parents died in the accident that caused her scarring, and Hanako blames herself for their deaths. We went through this already. What she says does seem to make sense. If she's blaming herself on her birthday, she may be ruining that she was ever born. Oh, that's just depressing now. Actually, I used to know someone who actually like regretted them being born. It was like, oh jeez, it was really depressing. But they actually got it, like they got through it, and now they're normal. Like, but he just looks back upon it and like he just thinks about it, and then it's like really like depressing when if you actually know, so if you could relate to the actual novel and like think about it. I don't know, it's just like you could, like with some games you can't relate to the situation, but in here like you some people can actually relate to this. Like I actually know someone who like doesn't like showing their appearance and they're shy and so forth. Like it actually relates to some people, like sometimes like games don't do like visual novels, I guess, since this is my actually first time playing this type of visual novel. Like it's really touching how like this was actually made. So I just rambled on, sorry. Anyways, Hanako had mentioned her stay in the orphanage to me. Maybe I should take some heart that she trusts me enough to tell me such a thing. Lily seeming so in the dark about it though, almost to the extent that I am, is a surprise. So that's why she lives in the student dormitories as well? Has she told you any more about the accident? As close as we come, she's very barely told me anything about what happened. What I know about it is largely conjecture. She sounds depressed, almost defeated. Considering the trauma Hanako must have gone through, I really can't fault Lily for not knowing. Nevertheless, she still seems to consider it a personal failing. Don't blame yourself, Lily. Oh no, that was just... With everything she's gone through. There's a long silence from the other end of the line. I begin to wonder if the call cut out before the voice as the other end speaks once again. There's another person, though, that has been a subject of worry for me as of late. I swear to God, she says Kenshi. Oh? I went through the people she could be talking about in my head. The only friends she seems to keep very close are Hanako and I. Though, there's Akira as well. That person is you. No! Holy... mind rape! There's another silence on the line. But this time it's caused by me. Making others worry about is something I'm very actively tried to avoid since coming to Yamaku. Indeed, even my interaction with Hanako has helped stave off any major health problems thanks to our relaxed, slow-paced lives. What is there to worry about over me? I think she thinks that you're gonna frickin' do something stupid. You pulled a lot of stupid stuff in the past with these two, and she knows that you're gonna do something stupid. I apologize. I didn't mean any offense. Sorry, I was just taken a bit off guard. So isn't Hanako a bigger problem at the moment? For some time now, I've thought that both of you may be feeding into each other's more worrying habits. I tried to amend this before leaving, but it seems to have done little. I can't say worrying. Oh, as you said it, worrying habits. When I asked you about... Come on. When I asked you about what you had in mind for the future, your answer was very similar to what Hanako has said in the past, when that question was posed to her. It is well and good one to protect her, but I fear that treating Hanako like this, as if she were a daughter or someone in need of special care, is only going to achieve the opposite. The situation got effectively turned on its head. After everything that's happened, this is the first time I find myself doubting Lily's judgment. No, don't doubt Lily's judgment! Oh no! There's a decision too? Oh no! What do I choose? You know what? Okay, so I'm pretty sure Lily knows Hanako more. And why would I trust my own judgment if I might pull an idiot move? Technically, I'm gonna be turned into a dick, and I'm like, yeah. Oh, jeez. I agree with Lily. Screw yourself. You don't make judgment in this relationship. This phone has to. Okay, never mind. I don't want to admit it, but she may have a point. Something else bugs me though. And you try to amend this? Lily tried to amend this, and she needs no phone to help you with. Oh wait, what? Wait. Oh, outing into the city? Quite astute. I thought it might help if I dragged both of you out of Yamaku and into the wider world. I am thankful for you become closer for it though. So she noticed that. I suppose she may well have been paying attention to us, and her hearing's incredibly good. Quite likely good enough to have picked up what we were talking about if she tried. Holy crap, Lily has supersonic hearing! This sounds more and more like you were manipulating us. Silence. It's a harsh way of putting it, but I have no intention of stepping back from those words. I am sorry, I was just worried about you. It's fine. I guess there are more important things anyway. It's not a total surprise that she'd do such a thing. Her motherly nature can be slightly overbearing at times, but she does the best for intentions. So you think I should think about myself more instead of trying to cater to Hanako? That largely sums it up. Again, I'm sorry for not telling you this in a clearer way before going behind your back. I know I'm at least as guilty of being overprotective of Hanako as you, but I fear that you are neglecting yourself in your efforts to give Hanako happiness. Do you really think Hanako will be okay? She isn't as fragile as you think. I don't know exactly what experiences she's lived through, or what feelings she has in her mind, but she has managed to work her way through them until now. It's also my hope that giving her a little space will allow her to decide what she truly wants for herself and give her the initiative to reach out for it. Holy crap, Lily is smart as freaking kangaroos right now. Holy crap, she like freaking tricked She outsmarted Hisao like 5 times already. I bet you 5 times. Holy crap. Please have faith in Hanako. That's all I ask. I guess I'll think about it for a while. No, don't think. That's good. Being rash won't get you anywhere. Oh, okay. I know that at times you may doubt your relationship to Hanako, but she does. Lily cuts herself off and takes a moment to reconsider her words. Please keep in mind that I wouldn't have befriended you if I hadn't thought you were a fundamentally good person. You're a good friend both to myself and to Hanako. Thank you. That helps. We show some small talk to try and lighten the atmosphere, but it feels very stilted. There's a lot I don't know about Lily's stay in Scotland, but after such a heavy subject, I want to be alone for a bit to think. After a few minutes, we end up saying our goodbyes and set my phone on my desk. Compared to Hanako's situation, mine feels utterly mundane. I still have both of my parents. I had a reasonably normal childhood, and unlike many in Yamaku, my condition isn't immediately visible to the public. But then again, isn't this just an attempt to justify the way I've been acting towards her? That may well be what our past were like, but when it comes to the future, I still have no idea what I want to do. In school, I've just concentrated on each day's work, and I've put off more and more things to cater to Hanako. I recall the words Mito told me after Hanako's breakdown about the purpose of Yamaku and my education. In hindsight, I was probably trying to push exactly the same thing. Just what I have been doing in the time since my heart attack. If I ever did manage to get Hanako out of her room and to open up, what then? What then? Is that gonna help? Because next thing you know, you're gonna freaking do something stupid. I look out of my dormitory window as the sun slowly sets. It's a nice sight, but what I really savor is the quiet as... Oh, wait, what? Oh, I thought I said... Okay, okay, it is quiet. I thought it said quit. I was like, to quit? So the quiet as the students return to their dormitory rooms. All I want to do now is think. I'm not sure how much time I have, but I want to work out where I'll go from here. Loading screen. Is it? Yes! I just feel really depressed now. I don't know why I'm like happy about a loading screen now. Oh jeez. I still don't know what that is. I think that's a clock. I definitely call this as a clock. Since talking to Lily yesterday. Okay, so it's the next day. Okay, thank you Hisao for keeping me informed, because apparently you've been in the school for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks and you're already like freaking, I don't know. I really don't know. Since talking to Lily yesterday, I wanted to try and move on from the listlessness I felt ever since coming to Yamaku. But even if I try to concentrate on the book in front of me, Hanako's empty seat at the back of the classroom looms larger than life. Every time I start getting focused, my eyes flick over to her desk again and my mind starts spinning. Oh, hey, it's that chick, hey. Once more my eyes shift over to it, but this time my vision is blocked by a certain other classmate. Oh, her name, oh hey Mickey. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay, one finger on the mouse, okay. Maybe you should just have lunch. I can hear your stomach growling from my desk. Whoa, that's a really loud stomach. You know that embarrassing moment when like you hear your stomach gurgle in class and like everybody's quiet and then, like they all look around like, who did that? Like, who done diddly do that? Or something, I don't know. But that is pretty embarrassing if you think about it. I let my head drop in disappointment. She seems to take some amusement from my reaction and hops onto my desk. Her grin as she sits on it reminds me of the Cheshire cat. I think that's how you say it. So what you working on? Oh no, we're in the same class. I don't know. Some math. I have a decent handle on it, but I just wanted to revise. Oh really? Let me see that. She looks really amused. I don't know why. Why is she amused? Before I can object, she grabs my mathematics book with her hand. Really? Are you gonna make a hand joke now, too? Be like, hey, let me give you a hand, and she looks at her freaking hand. You're a dick. She scans the page as I was on, holding it open with the one hand she has, her left arm sit. Stop being too descriptive with people's disability. Jesus! In my time here at Yamaku, I've noticed that the other students have a wide range of adjustment to their disabilities. On a purely practical level, Miki is one of those that seems to have some trouble. The stump of her left arm tends to be either hanging on her side, slipped into a pocket, or otherwise put out of the way. Sometimes she has a difficult time doing common tasks, which makes her visibly quite frustrated. I feel a little bad for thinking this way, but I'm thankful that Hanako and I don't have disabilities affecting our freedom of movement to that extent. You have a disability with your heart, and you need to exercise. I don't see you exercising. Why aren't you exercising? Then again, if Miki's problem worsened, at least she wouldn't have a real possibility of dying. Why would you think that? Why do you think somebody's gonna die? My attention is refocused as she thumbs through a few pages, skimming their contents with such casual interest as a subject matter. It clues by now that she won't be any help. I'm guessing you're not too interested in this stuff. Screw math, it's boring as hell. Yes! I hate math. She puts the book back in front of me with indifference. Her eyes move to the notebook beside it that I'd been working out practice equations on. Wait, you're actually able to work that stuff out? Yeah, of course! Wow, I've never talked to a computer with legs before. Wow. Congratulations, Hisao, you became a computer with legs. Also known as a douche. Thanks, I think. At least I'm doing better in this than history. Think it's worth asking that librarian for help? I heard she's shooting for Uni. Uni? What the heck is Uni? Oh, Yuko? Maybe. I don't know what she wants to study though. Oh, university. Oh. So what about you? Got anything you're thinking of doing after you graduate? Wow, I am so bad with reading. Me? Nah, I'm not really. Just enjoying it while it lasts. She looks a little awkward when asked about her future and absent-mindedly rubs her left forearm. I kinda want to ask her about it, but I don't think I know her well enough to do so. Of course, don't do that. The conversation peters. I didn't know peters was actually a word. The conversation peters out. And I lean back in my chair, giving up on the prospect of studying. Miki notices my tired expression and looks oddly serious. Thinking about Hanako? She knows. It's that obvious? You've been glancing at her seat and you've been pretty quiet. Not too hard to connect the dots. Ooh, she knows. She wants to know if you're taking care of business. Okay, that's unnecessary, but I'm just worried about her. Yeah, I can see why you would be. She can get weird sometimes. She sounds put off, but I can't blame her. Hanako was a hard person to interact with before she warmed up to me, even with Lily around to help. I haven't known her for that long either, so some of her habits would still be unknown to me. Freaking, I don't know how long you've been in this school, like 2 weeks? I'm saying 2 weeks. My face becomes troubled if I hadn't developed feelings for her. This would be at least a little easier to deal with. Oh, I mean, no offense, she isn't a bad person, I know that much. I almost clicked out of the screen. I know I didn't take it that way, it's just harder to deal with when, well, you have feelings for someone. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's hard to forget something like that. Like what happened to her during class, too. I wish she hasn't reminded me of that. She just confirmed that it was clearly noticed by others in the room as well. Come on, don't get that down. Oh, come on, don't get that down. She's done this before. You just gotta wait it out. She locks herself in her room and acts like an empty husk of a person for a sizable amount of time. Ever since she entered Yamaku, if not before then, as well. And I'm not supposed to be concerned about that. At least it's concentrated. Jeez. Well, I might think that, but there's nothing that I can do. I can't force her to come out, and she does to see a therapist. So it's not like she isn't getting any help for her issues. Maybe it's natural to think that way, when you're so powerless to help someone. That's just the way she is, and you just have to deal with it. As I mull things over, I notice a movement out of the corner of my eye. I glance to see who it is and end up doing a double take. Double take! Oh, hey! What? What? Sure enough, it's Hanako. She walks through the door just as she would any normal school day and begins to move towards her seat in her usual silent and humble manner. She looks at me for a moment before blushing and looking away in embarrassment. Okay, I have no idea where I left off. So she looks at me for a moment before blushing and looking away in embarrassment, which makes me realize that I was staring at her. I feel sorry for that, but not doing it is hard after all that's happened. Hold on, wait a second. I need to turn off the TV and somebody's calling. Okay, that was okay. Interruptions. Go away now. Frickin' phone. The girl sitting on my desk looks to me, grinning. See? You're... I hate saying that word. Your sweetheart's back already. What did I tell ya? You be quiet. It might only be meant as a joke, but she hits close enough to make me quite uncomfortable. I hate when people do that. As we talk, someone calls Miki's name from the door. She jumps down from her vantage point on my desk before turning to me. Gotta go, Hisao. Remember to eat sometime, will ya? Yeah, because you have a... No, wait, no. Munchies are bad. You should not have munchies, Hisao. Remember what happened last time. Oh, okay, I forgot which part that was in. But still, your munchies ruined it. Fine, I will. See you. She gives a casual salute before jogging over to the door where a male student in gym uniform is waiting for her. Probably someone from the track and field club. Ugh. Don't want to think about that. Ugh. Seizing the opportunity, I get up and make my way to Hanako's desk. Hello. Hi Hanako, what's up? I think she's out of her trance thing where she's like super depressed and stuff. Maybe. Nothing. God. Okay then. Maybe talking to her this soon after she came back to class was a bad move. It was. Dick move. Want to go come with me and grab something from the cafeteria? I'm pretty hungry. But I thought you were studying. She knew I was studying! What? Studying can wait. Turning up for class after all this time must have taken some courage for Hanako. So the least I can do is stay with her. That's just the way she is, and you just have to deal with it. God dang it, stop quoting that! It's the way Miki and probably the class as a whole views Hanako. I can do more for her, though I want it to do more for her. Oh, freaking it sounds talking about being distracted. Scumbag. After being distracted by Miki, I don't think I'm going to get any work done. Come on, let's go. Really? She hesitates, but eventually gets up and joins me as we begin walking. These may be small steps for her, but the fact that she's finally out of her room for her own volition lifts a large weight off my shoulders. Yay! Interaction. Is it another loading screen? I should never trust loading screens here then. I just realized never trust loading screens. My pen busily scrawls onto a slowly filling page of my notebook. My other hand remains on the page of a reference book I borrowed from the library, marking my spots as my eyes flicker to and fro. As I work, I occasionally mark red circles or underlines onto the photocopied sheets of paper that lie on the table in front of me. Wait, are you back at the Shanghai thing? Wanting a change of scenery from the library and to avoid the distractions of the classroom, I decided to make use of the Shanghai for some quiet study time. It ended up being nice and quiet as expected, and being able to get coffee while I study is a nice bonus. You just like coffee, don't you? Hanako may have returned to her normal self since she came out of her room, but I've done quite the opposite. Daily routine may have returned to us, but I feel as if I'm a different person. You are a different person. You're a douchebag. Maybe I'm not. It's only been a few days after all, since I decided I wanted to try and get out of the rut I'd found myself in after my accident. But I want to change. I'm now actively working towards that goal. Or at least I would like to think that I am. Ugh, this is impossible. Brute forcing, this isn't going to work. What's more, I have another piece of writing I have to do after this. I fear that's going to be no easier. I look up in a mild surprise to the source of the tentative voice. Oh, come on! Yuko stands at the head of the table with a damp towel in hand, clearly having taken the opportunity to clean the tables while no other patrons were around. She looks curious, her eyes as much on my work as on me. What's the matter? I was just wondering, what sort of work are you having so much trouble with? Oh, it's just history. I'm fine with science and maths. I'm trying to get my other subjects up to par. I like it. History's pretty easy. Yuko looks positively delighted at this development. I feel like I just chose the right answer on some big quiz show. Oh, I think I can help you with that. No, you can't. You're gonna throw everything off the table, be like, table flip! And then you'll be like, if you don't mind. Of course. I briefly considered turning down the offer in order to not cause her too much trouble, but she looks too excited about this for me to do it. It would be mean to shoot her down like that after such a reaction. If you're willing to help, I'd really appreciate it. I didn't even look at it. She claps her hands together and quickly deposits her towel on the counter, before returning and taking a seat across from me. I take my notebook from off the top of the textbook and I hand it over for her to peruse. I was gonna say pursue. How does this pursue means? If you're studying the Edo period. Oh, so you're studying the Edo period. Yeah, I'm not really much good at this though. She takes the textbook and reads a few pages from a random section near the middle of it for a bit. But the aura of enthusiasm she'd been radiating previously is rapidly sapping away. I'm guessing this isn't the kind of history you were expecting. Unfortunately not. My main area is European history, especially in the classical era. Sorry. She looks a bit downcast, but as she carefully closes the book and lays it back down on the table, her face perks up again. Would you like another cup of coffee? Oh yeah, sure. Of course! Hisao likes his coffee, apparently. I reach forward and get my book back as Yuko gets up, takes my mug, and slowly walks to the counter to make another brew. Blue. Wow. As usual, she's absolutely silent as she does this. Every ounce of her concentration is focused on not tripping over or dropping the plain white mug. How can you do that? I take the opportunity to lay back and relax for a bit. The hum of the coffee machine filling the otherwise quiet air. It's small details like that which makes me realize how much I've come to appreciate the little things in life. See, look, there you go, Sal. You're doing good. The peace and quiet of the local town, the discipline and order of Yamaku, the green of the trees that were so rare in my home city, the relaxed pace of which the aging residents live their lives. Everything feels so certain. It's comforting. I can feel myself beginning to nod off when the sound of the mug coming to rest on the table grabs my attention. Seems like it arrived not a moment too soon. Yay! Yuko takes her previous seat once again, as I pick myself up and bring a hand around the mug to check its temperature. It's just a little too hot to drink right away, so I blow on it a little. It's a shame you don't like the history all that much. I sort of guess you might be more into science. Of course, I just said science and yeah. Oh, how so? You nearly read out the science fiction section of the library already. It wasn't hard to notice. How do you... You do have a good point there. Well, what can I say? You've pegged me just about right. Got you in a pressure point like, ha! You're dead. You sound like... Oh god. You sound like you really like taking interest in history though. Especially considering how specific you were about it. Do you study in that area or something? Go on digs overseas? She giggles... Wait, that's... Isn't that architect? She giggles nervously at the thought. I'd like to visit the Mediterranean sometime and see the old architecture and art for myself. But I don't think I could trust myself to handle such delicate things. No! I'm saving up to formally studying it in university, although I also read up on it whenever I have free time outside of work. Or works. So Miki was right about her university aspirations. Considering how she fares as a waitress, a more theoretical path may suit Yuko better. It's nice to hear that she has some ambitions though, considering how hard she works. I nod and take a careful sip of my coffee. By now it's cooled to the right temperature, so I begin to drink while keeping an eye on the book below, trying to read at the same time. Don't spill it! You gotta pay for it if you spill it. Librarian's right there. A few minutes pass quietly. Yuko looking out the window and watching the world go by while I have my coffee and study. A movement catches my eyes, and I look up to see Yuko smiling and waving to someone outside. Following her gaze surprisingly reveals that the someone to be Hanako. What? She's looking at us from the side of the street across from where we are. Her usually all too visible timidly is largely absent, probably thanks to there being so few people around right now. Is it nighttime? Evidently, she decides to join us. After a little wave, she gives a quick glance up and down the street and crosses towards the side that the cafe is on. Ding ding! The familiar doorbell to the Shanghai rings out as Hanako enters and makes her way to the table we're sitting at. Hello. Hi. Oh, it's afternoon. Okay, good afternoon. Hi, Hanako. What's up? Nothing, just going for a walk since the weather was nice. Well, that's good. Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm glad I decided to study here instead of the library. It's comfortable to hear thanks to that. Wait, what? It's comfortable to hear thanks to that. Thanks to what? You're not saying thanks to anything. Is it the weather? Maybe the weather's like, yeah, and the next day it's like, hey, how you doing? Better than the sometimes quite stuffy library. I look to Yuko, who nods in response. It's nice. It's just a shame that summer can't last forever. I hate summer. So badly. Summer is not a good weather in California because it gets super hot and we're like, yeah. Well, at least not as bad as, the south, super hot over there. Oh wait, sorry, would you like a drink? Hanako shakes her head. Thankfully, it's enough to calm Yuko back down. How are you going with studying? Wait, okay-ish? Oh yeah, have you talked with Lily? I'm interested too. How is she doing? She's enjoying it, I think. How do you think? I think that's all we're going to get out of her? Being around Yuko is tensing her up. Oh, it would be so nice to travel to Scotland. Nope. I don't know. I really don't know what's Scotland. Any like real things in Scotland. Green fields, castles, lovely small towns, men in oh yeah, Scotland was guys with kilts. Okay. Interesting history. I can't say I see the appeal of men in kilts myself. It does seem like a picturesque place. Wait, is it just picturesque? Okay, Spanish right here. Place, though. Oh, hello. Shaky screen. As we talk, the jingle of the doorbell rings again. Hanako is startled, noticing Yuko's panicked expression at the prospect that she might lead customers to wait a handful of seconds due to her chatter with us. Sorry, gotta do something! And then runs away. Yuko gives us a quick bow, then hastily skitters over and greets the new customers, an elderly man and his wife. I watch her for a bit, craning my head around to get a good view. Old ladies, really? Old ladies? Hanako is staring at me with her one visible eye. She averts her head in embarrassment as I tend to make eye contact. I was just thinking that it's nice to have ambitions for the future. Yuko was telling me a little about her university aspirations before. Oh, it's a shame if she wasn't so neurotic and overworked. I think she could be a really happy person. As much as I'd like to play host to Hanako and entertain her a bit, I do need to study as well. To be honest, I don't think the distraction from Yuko helped either. Sorry if I'm a bit distracted. I need to try and get this done, otherwise I'm going to flunk the history exams pretty hard. I'm left running my hand through my hair in frustration. That letter needs doing as well once I get back to my dormitory. What letter? I hope I have more luck with that than this. Damn. What with? What with? Oh, I was just going to write to. Oh, come on! Don't mention her name. Hanako. Okay, screw it. Butcher it. Done. Right now, though, this is more important. All I've done is rattle myself. I can't focus on the work in front of me when my stomach is slowly turning at the prospect of actually attempting to write her back after all this time. I wonder why. I force myself to concentrate on the book, picking up my pen once I have a quick sip of coffee. It calms you down. After a few seconds, Hanako stops silently watching me and leans back in her seat, relaxing as much as she ever seems to be able to, looking out the window to pass the time. We stayed like this for a long time before leaving for the dormitories together. I'm surprised she had the patience to wait me out. Loading screen. Okay. Oh, okay. Letter. And Iyanako's letter lies on my desk beside a blank sheet of lined paper and an unused envelope. The tapping of my pen is the only thing to be heard at this late at night. Wow, that's a really quiet room. As I feared, my second task for the day turns out to be just as difficult as the first, if not harder. It's been so many months since we even saw each other. Even so, I can still remember what she looked like, what she sounded like, and what she acted like. By now though, the little details are beginning to slip away. Because you have more things to do instead of her that caused you the heart attack. When I first saw her letter, I barely recognized her handwriting at all. Even the pink pen she always used was forgotten until her writing reminded me of it. I wonder why she didn't use it for the letter. She used to write everything with it. Maybe she thinks it's too immature now. How long have you been in the hospital? For like 6 months? Holy crap! I should be thinking about myself and about what I want to communicate to her. My mind can't stop concentrating on her though. On the past we shared before it was taken away so suddenly. Yeah. Heart attack. It gets to you. The bright and slightly garish decorations suit her sense of us. Isn't that aesthetics? Picking up the letter to take a closer look at it, I give a long sigh. This is the last link binding me to my past. Hanako didn't suddenly cease to exist when she left my hospital room for the last time. But I needed this letter to remind me of that. No, don't do that. I had all those feelings neatly filed away as I felt if I didn't need them. That I could just begin life completely anew. It was easier that way. In the end, I suppose that was a rather naive thing to think. Sooner or later my past would have caught up with me in one way or the other. But what am I supposed to say to her? Thank you for bringing me closure? All the letter did was the end of the sense of closure I'd previously felt. I try as I might, I can't write so much as a single word down the paper in front of me. I can't think of what exactly I want to say. Putting the letter down on top of the blank sheet, I gathered the materials together and filed them away in my drawer. Thank you. Forget about her. She already forgot about you. Okay, never mind. I still don't know how she managed to know where you were at. The clunk the desk makes as it closes makes me momentarily tense in frustration. Before I get up to go grab a drink from the vending machine on the first floor. Kenji, don't you dare! Kenji, no! I tried, but I couldn't do it. After all the time that's passed, I still don't know how to deal with Hanako. Loading screen! Yes! Awkward silence in the loading screen. Hallelujah. We're in the library, okay. Oh, jeez. The library, while not humming with activity, is noticeably more busy than usual. Exams are not far away, and that's reflecting in the number of students burying their nose in textbooks at the tables around us. It's not so much of a quiet library anymore. I've been studying quite a lot in the past few days, just like them, in hope of doing well in the exams. This also means that Hanako and I have been playing games less, so she's begun studying as well just to fill in the time. Everybody got this down. Nevertheless, I found myself forsaken by her on this particular day. Why? The textbook in front of me has remained on the same page for some time. After so much reading on subjects, I couldn't care less about it, if not for the exams. My mind is beginning to wander. I find my eyes flicking over to where Hanako would usually be, just like on the days she wasn't in class. Her usual beanbag in the corner of the room is conspicuously unoccupied. It was here that we first really met. I tried to start a conversation with her. She got skittish and eventually bolted from the room altogether. I probably shouldn't smile about it, but it was kind of amusing in hindsight. Oh, what a dick! No, you just okay. I need a countdown of how many dick moves he just pulled. Nowadays, it's more and more difficult to imagine her doing such a thing. Even with Lily gone, she's been doing well now that she's come out of her room. She's out of her shell now. I want to talk to her, or at least play another game of chess. I'm tired of studying and it's been a few days since we've really done anything together. The question of where to find Hanako isn't a particularly difficult one. If she's not in the library, chances are that she's either in the tea room for some peace and quiet, or in her dormitory room. And you're gonna go to the dormitory room, aren't you? Deciding to check them in that order, I pack up my books and make my way out of the library. Yep, you went to the dormitory first, of course. I stretch and give a loud groan as I walk down the hallway. Studying may be frustrating at times, but with the progress I feel I've made, there is also some sense of pride in getting it done. It's a good feeling. There isn't a sound to be heard from inside as I stand in front of the door to Hanako's room. I guess this isn't very indicative of whether she's inside or not, given how quiet she usually is. Just knock and just like, oh, she's not there. Walk away and door opens, be like, what happened? Still, she wasn't in the tea room. I tried knocking lightly to make my presence known, but I am surprised that I found the door unlocked and yielding out my Don't go inside! Don't go in! My god! With a small creak, the door opens. It looks like my suspicions were correct. Hanako is indeed here. My god! She's sitting at the table with an open book in front of her, but pays no heed as she keeps looking out the window. She looks utterly oblivious to my presence. My god! I need to tell someone about this. Hold on. Okay. Let's call him. We're gonna call someone. I'm calling someone right now. If he picks up. Come on, pick up. Hey. Hey. Hey, you wanna know something? You wanna know something? Hisao just broke into Hanako's room.
Hey. What?
With her head I think he's gonna be confused. Oh, with her head with her head thoughtfully resting on her hand. She looks calm and collected. It's a shame she can't look at like this more often. Oh jeez, he's gonna think he'll think about it later on in the Skype call we go into. He's gonna be like, why did you call me? Smiling a little, I walk up to the table and softly speak to her. Oh jeez! Oh god! Good evening, Hanako. Jeebus! Hanako's head turns a little to see me, but she's still only half there. I put a hand on the table and lower my head to better look at my head to better look at her face, mildly curious about what mood she's in. What's up? She gasps a little, finally acknowledging my presence in the room for the first time. Hanako's blushing really heavily. Her mouth is open just a little. As I pause mid-sentence, what's striking though is that what she's doing. Oh, Jesus, what are you doing? She's looking directly at me. Her eyes are pinned on my own from such a close distance that I can almost see my reflection on them. In them, they don't turn away nor move at all. They're absolutely still, just looking into mine. They're dark and give her an almost analytical, I can't say that. It's just that freaking anal part right there. Okay, I'm gonna stop there anyways. I'm gonna stop right there. Even when reading on subjects she has no interest in, she would appear to be wrapped in her work to a casual observer. She absorbs information very well, and even now I can feel that. I feel like I'm seeing something dip behind those eyes that I never saw before. I don't know what it is though. Even though you broke into her room, Are you kidding me? Hanako. Her lips move just a little, silently mouthing something. She looks like she's on the verge of saying something but won't say it. She's like, what are you doing in my room? Get out of here. But that's the way Hanako always is. On the verge of saying something but never quite doing it. As I look intently into her eyes, I realize something. Everyone has their own thoughts, things they want to say, their own worldview, but I can't work out what Hanako wants to say, and I can't work out what she's thinking. I never have been able to. It's frustrating. It feels like I don't know her at all, despite all the time we spent together. Hisao. What are you doing in my room? What are you doing in the room? Why you broke into her room? It's only now that I find myself blushing. I've been looking directly into Hanako's eyes. From such a short distance, with absolutely no regard for her, and she's been looking into mine without shirking away. I quickly look away while covering my face with my hand. Hanako does just the same. No wonder. Without another awkward silence reigns. I hate these. At first, I accepted them as just being a fact of life around Hanako, but now all they feel like is an affirmation of how little we are able to communicate because you walked into her room. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna let myself in. Like, no, she's not gonna be in here. Some anger makes its way in the complex of mixture of emotions I'm experiencing right now. I want to bridge that gap between us. Friends shouldn't have to tiptoe around each other like this. I speak before I can argue with myself out of what I'm going to do. My scoring isn't as bad as Hanako's, and I can't possibly compare my life to hers, but I want to show her that she's not alone. No! Don't do that! I think I know why it's called scars now. Doing this is in such a blunt manner might be the only way to get my point across. Hanako, I want to show you something. Ugh. Freaking pedo Juan should appear right now. I take a deep breath to prepare myself. This could backfire badly, but I feel as if we've come close enough for this to be okay. I'm not going to strip. Okay, hold on. I need to make sure. I need to call this guy right now. And I need to tell him what I think you will see, like, the Skype. Oh, okay, fine, okay, he's on. Okay, fine. Screw you too. I'm not going to strip naked or anything weird. I'm just going to take off my shirt. Oh! My god! Hanako's eyes grew to the size of saucers. My god! First you... Oh, he needs... Okay, I need to talk to him right now. It's somebody different. You won't know who he is. This is important. He will say he's taking care of business. I'm sorry if I'm calling people in Skype randomly. Are you kidding me? Come on, Dane. Come on, answer. Come on. I'm pretty glad you don't see my profile picture on Skype. It's pretty weird. Hey, I tell you something. I'm playing a game right now, right? Okay, so I'm playing a game, and it's a visual novel one, right? And apparently, the character I'm playing as right now is Strippin right now. He is removing his shirt, and he broke into this chick's room. Yes. You know what that means? Exactly. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Business.
Okay. That was all unnecessary stuff, but frickin' Hisao, he's gonna call me back, I bet you. He's gonna think about it. Her face is an amusing mixture of curiosity and nervousness as she stands. It helps take the edge off my own nervousness at doing this in front of another person. Dude, why did you... No! You don't do that! You don't like, oh, I'm not gonna do anything weird or anything. I'm gonna tear out my shirt. What are you freaking... I have no references, but... I'm pretty sure it's like, I don't know, it was some type of show on MTV. It was pretty stupid though. Slowly, my entire body feeling tense, I unknot my tie and begin to loose the first of the buttons. I'm trying to mentally block out Hanako to make this easy, but it's not really working. No! You freaking... Oh, I'm gonna take out my shirt. Scumbag Hisao strikes again. As I work my way down, I expect to hear some form of protest from her. She remains silent though, which just makes it feel even stranger. Oh jeez, what the last time I should have button? No! Dude, why? You're such a dick, dude. When the last time I showed unbutton, I take a breath and look at her. Oh hey, that's the picture I have! Oh my god! That's at the beginning of every Katawa Shoujo picture. I mean, that's the picture from every a part from Katawa Shoujo I post. Oh no, I feel so stupid now. No. Hanako's gaze is fixed on my scarring, as expected, and once I nod to say it's okay, she steps forward and tentatively places her hand on the vertical line running down my chest. Whoa! Wait a second, the scarring on her hand, wow. The scarring on her hand, a pattern of damaged skin across its surface, contrasts with the single uniform line that makes up mine. Her hand isn't trembling at all, unlike what I predicted. This is the scar from the surgery that followed my heart attack. The surgeon had to cut open my chest to operate my skin. I'm gonna operate my skin! I never knew. Okay, this isn't weird, but like how they worded it, I think they will think something's going up now. Hanako's words are calmer and softer than usual. The soft feeling of her fingers moving from my scar to my breast makes me hesitate a little before continuing. You're the first person to see this since I left the hospital. No, Kenji did. Kenji saw it. Oh wait, no, never mind. Kenji's mine. No, screw that. No, still, Kenji still saw it. Ugh. But why are you showing this to me? I wanted to prove to myself that I could do this. That I could accept my past and move on. I wanted to show you that to you as well. Why are you smiling? Dude, that's even more creepy. She nods. From her reaction, she seems to know how difficult this is for me. More than anything, this scar represents a visible reminder of my condition. A reminder that I'm not normal anymore. So I have a scar on my knee. There's something that until now I had tried my hardest to ignore. As the minutes tick by, Hanako's gaze lingers. Her eyes look less focused on my scarring than before. She's looking at something different because look at what you're doing right now. The situation feels a bit different than it previously did. It makes me feel slightly uncomfortable. You know, I don't think you closed the door. Her hand retreats and I draw my shirt closed and begin to button it up. Her blushing face suddenly returns to its typical tense and timid state as she looks away. The room is completely silent as I fix my shirt and tie, feeling put off after such an unexpectedly intimate moment. So I guess you're not the only one that's scarred. Hanako smiles a little at the joke, thankfully lightening up the atmosphere a bit. Thank you, Hisao. I think I understand. I give a long sigh of relief. I really don't know how she'd take it, but I'm glad everything seems to have worked out as I hope. Hanako's smile only proves that further. See, her smile just like makes me feel like, you know, this is like, you can always change. Like, this is like a hope face right there. I'm finding the path I want to follow now, and what Hanako needs to do is to find her own. It's something I can't help her with, and it's something that she needs to overcome her past in order to do. I really like this game. Like, this is like, at least this is one part where I almost actually cried. But you know, it was like, it was really emotional. This game's really like something different. Hanako checks her watch. She has a watch? It's getting late now. By now. Hisao, yeah, I better be going. I'll be thankful for some sleep. It's been a long day after all. Good night, Hanako. Good night. See? Minus the fact that Hisao just did something really weird. You know, at least he brightened up the... Okay, never mind. No. Ignore what I just said. I make my way out of her room and into the hallway, remaining silent as I do so. I think both of us have gone through a few emotions today. Loading screen! Oh my god, I thought something different was gonna happen. Oh, jeebus. Oh, we're in the city now. The heat of the summertime sun beats down on my sweating brow. Dabbing with a handkerchief doesn't help too much in making me any more comfortable. Well, that's why you should wear shorts and pants. Wait, what? Wait, no. Oh, wait. Shorts, and a shirt. Well then, I'm an idiot. Giving up on the idea of getting more done today, I stop and lean against one of the overpass fences, resting my bag on the ground. The stores in the town below Yamaku are well stocked and offer enough variety for me to get by, but at least an occasional shopping trip to the city is something that can't really be avoided. I've been here a few times now. The city's layout is getting more familiar and the nostalgia from its atmosphere is beginning to wear off. Because you're home. I just realized this is a freaking ad right there. What the heck? I realized that I've begun to wheeze. I sound like an old man that's overexerted himself, and having to connect that to the fact that I'm not the source is a bit disturbing. Oh man, I actually sound like a constipated person, never mind. I put a hand on my chest and concentrate for a bit, to make sure I haven't gone far enough to cause my further problems. Your heart attack, man. Thankfully, my heart is acting normally. There's no dull pain and the beating is regular. I'll beat fast-paced, as I recover from overdoing things in this kind of heat. I hate my body. Yeah, freaking you already showed someone your body, and you actually showed two people. It's frustrating to be held back even more than Even more to be held back by fear and of my life being ended. Then doing something as simple as walking around the city for a while. As I ponder on my health, I feel my pocket vibrating. By the time my phone's begun to ring, my hand is already fishing for it. Dang, you must have a big pocket. Holy crap! Be like, where's my phone? And like, it's just already touching it. A glance at the screen shows a caller number I don't recognize. Strange. I wonder who could it be? Shrugging, I press the button to answer the call and bring the phone to my ear. I don't answer random phone calls. Most of the time it's the same person who calls me over and over again. And I never answer. I remember I blocked the phone number, but it still calls me over and over again. Shrugging, I press the button to wait. Oh wait, no, I already read that. God dang. Hello, Hisao Nakai speaking. Oh no, don't tell me it's Shizune. Freaking sign language on the phone makes perfect sense. The sound of a couple of short breaths can be heard, but no actual speech is forthcoming. Hello? Hisao? Hey! Whoa, she knows your number. It's Hanako. Her voice is really easy to place, even if I've never heard it over a phone before. Hanako, sorry, I wasn't expecting you to call. What's up? If you're not busy, I was wondering if you would. I like to, meet up? Yes, I mean, she sounds really wound up about this. I can hear her muffled voices. I could hear muffled voices in the background, and it's about time for afternoon tea. Wait, in Japan you get afternoon tea? Jeez, it's like getting 2 lunches. Wait, no, I think afternoon tea means lunch. Aww. I just shut myself down instantly. So I guess she'll want me to meet up. She'll want me to meet her at the Shanghai or something? That sounds fine. Are you at the Shanghai? I'm in the city. Oh, what a convenient. What are you gonna do there now? Hisao, freaking take off your pants too? Hanako's here. Alone? That's a surprise. It's a little wonder if she's like this. If she's surrounded by people entirely by herself. That works out well. I'm just wandering around there now. Where are you? Hanako manages to stammer out the street name, address, and some basic directions to where she is. Luckily it's not too far, so I agree to see her soon before hanging up. Yeah, why would you hang up like, okay, hangs up. Obvious, you don't do that. I look up to the sky. The summer heat is beating down. Of course it's summer, and it's summer here, so this is convenient. I feel like I'm in an atmosphere. This is the first time Hanako's asked for us to do something together beyond a simple board game, and the first time, at least since I've known her, that she's come to the city by herself. Maybe this means that Lily was right. Yeah, take off your shirt. Do it. Done. Never do that again. By the time I manage to stagger up to the cafe where Hanako is, I've started to wheeze again. I'm sweating so much that I feel like I'm a melting popsicle, and I can barely hold the bag in my hand. You have a bag? Almost. You have a bag? What the fudge? I need a bag. Wait. Oh crap. Wait. I think he went to like get groceries. I don't know. I really don't know. I completely forgot to turn on my thoughts. I need to sit down badly. The tables outside are all occupied by busily chatting couples and girls gossiping between themselves. Typical. The contrast between the different age groups and fashions of the people here and the people from the town near Yamaku is striking. Ooh, home run. I mean, wait, no, I think that's bowling. Never mind. I scan over the people sitting at the tables, but I can't see Hanako. She did say she was sitting outside, so I must be just missing her. Not difficult given how small she usually tries to make her presence. I look around again, more slowly this time, taking particular care to see if I can find Hanako's hat. You just need to find the hat. You could easily find me if I was in a crowd. Like at school, I always wear a neon shirt, like a neon jacket. I always wore it, and people could find me distinctively. If I was across campus, they would like point me out instantly. And like if I was allowed to wear hats at my school, then you could definitely tell it was me because I always wore a black with a metal militia hat. I look around again. Oh wait. Oh, whoops. It's very distinctive, and I'd be very surprised if she wasn't wearing it. There she is. Sure enough, her head is kept low and the table she's sitting at is right beside the building in an inconspicuous corner. Aw. I walk up to where she is and make sure that I have her attention before I sit, lest I give her a scare. Yeah, because you just like diddly-daddly walked into her room and be like, hey, how you doing? You want a hot dog? Or something, I don't know, like burger? Freaking a donut? She notices me and gives a small wave as I arrive at a table. Are you feeling okay? I tried my best to laugh it off, but doing so just makes me more out of breath. Not very fit these days. Don't mind me. You're gonna be fat. Hanako nods but still looks a bit put off. Now that I can get a good look at her face, something about her seems a bit different. I'm not sure if her eyes are playing tricks on me or she looks kind of nice. She's wearing the same outfit. Her eyes move upwards to look at me before quickly flickering down again. I begin to think that this is going to be a rather quiet meeting, but a waitress thankfully arrives and sets down a cup of tea in front of Hanako. Hanako almost automatically turns slightly away and lowers the side of her head. It's an amazingly practiced motion and does a good job of its intended purpose, hiding her scars from someone who's leaning in close. Her right arm is still laying on the table though, with the scarring on the back of her hand quite visible. It catches the waitress's eye and I move to quickly distract her. Ooh, smooth. Excuse me, may I place an order? The waitress nods and gives me a couple of seconds to look at the menu. Could I get a mango smoothie, please? She gives a nod before almost enthusiastically bouncing inside. Everything is so different in the city, in more ways than one. Hanako looks back up towards me and adjusts her hat a little. If she noticed the waitress staring at her scars, she doesn't show it. Not coffee? Oh yeah, I'm gonna drink coffee. Okay, it sounded like a dick. Okay, never mind. I think I'd die from this heat if I had something like coffee right now. That's why you always drink coffee in the morning, kids. Even I don't even drink coffee. Resting my head in my hand, I look to my quiet companion. She seems taken aback. A very unexpected reaction to my lame joke. An unwelcome emotion bubbles up inside me as I realize her reason why. Unlike most in Yamaku, indeed, unlike anyone there that I'm aware of, my condition goes beyond limiting the activities I can do. Or to be more precise, breaching those limits could have much more grave consequences. Thankfully, it's something that's very rarely come up since I entered Yamaku. I thought it was so rare that Hanako and Lily might not think of it at all. It turns out that I was wrong. Hanako silently drinks her tea while I wait for my drink, confirming that it's the right temperature with a small sip, before she begins her earnest. I feel guilty for being the causes of an uncomfortable silence, since in the past I've been kind of hard on Hanako for those. Yeah. I wonder why. Eventually the same waitress as before bounces up, handing me my drink. I gather change in my pocket and drop it into her waiting hand before she goes off to attend another customer who my eyes linger on her as she walks away. Do you think that she looks pretty? Okay, I'm gonna end right here, and this has been the hour special part 56 of Katawa Shoujo. We kinda went over the edge with Hisao being a dick more and doing that type of stuff, but you know, this has been Katawa Shoujo, and I'm really liking this game, minus the fact that something weird happened and I had to call some people and, you know, talk to them about it. But this really is a really good game. I will post the link for the download in the playlist description, maybe, or maybe I could just put the download link in the ending. I don't know when the ending is, so I don't know how long the game is. But this is a really good game. I really recommend people like play it and, you know, see if they could get different paths. But this has been Interact, and this has been part 56 of Katawa Shoujo, and I hope you guys have a good day.